Hi viewers, welcome to Bosco Campus Vision, the official YouTube channel of Don Bosco College, Kottayam. This is Asha SP, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Commerce. So let's begin with today's class. Today we are going to deal with the residential status of HUF, AOP or BOI, firm and company and every other person. So let's start today's class. So, how will you determine the residential status of HUF? So, HUF already a person, the term person define explain person who is an individual HUF. So, HUF is a Hindu undivided family. Okay, is a Hindu family, consists of all members linearly descended from a common ancestor, having their wives and unmarried daughters and also strangers. So this is known as HUF. So how will you determine the residential status of an HUF? So we last class explain the residential statuses depends upon based on basic conditions and additional conditions. So let's look into when an individual is said. So when a HUF is said to be resident but ordinary resident or resident. So first, when the control and management of the affairs of HUF is situated wholly or partly in India, and when the control and management of the affairs of HUF is situated wholly or partly in India, and the Karta has been a resident in India out of 2 years preceding 2 years out of 10 years preceding the relevant previous year, and he has been in India for a period of 730 days out of 7 years preceding the relevant previous year. Three conditions satisfy HUF is said to be resident but ordinarily resident. Control and management of the affairs of HUF wholly or partly in India situated. Then Karta resident 2 വർഷമെങ്കിലും നമ്മുടെ relevant previous year തൊട്ട് പിറകിലോട്ടുള്ള 10 വർഷം എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ 2 വർഷം പ്രസിഡന്റ് ആയിരിക്കണം. Then 7 വർഷം 730 ദിവസം ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. So ഇത്രയും satisfy ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് HUF is said to be resident but ordinarily resident. So the next one is that resident but not ordinarily resident. When the control and management of the affairs of HUF is situated wholly or partly in India, and the Karta is a not ordinarily resident. So ഇങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോഴാണ് HUF എന്താവുന്നത്? Resident but not ordinarily resident. That means HUF ന്റെ control management wholly or partly in India ആയിരിക്കണം. Then Karta additional condition ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒന്നോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒന്നും satisfy ചെയ്തത്, that is basic condition മാത്രം satisfy ചെയ്യുവാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ HUF is said to be not ordinarily resident. And the third one is that resident. When an HUF is said to be resident, non-resident. So third one is non-resident. So when the control and management of the affairs of HUF is situated wholly in India, then HUF is said to be non-resident. Okay. So HUF in the control management India പുറത്താണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ there is no question, HUF is said to be non-resident. Okay. So this is the residential status, or this is how we determine the residential status of HUF. So അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ residential status ന്റെ 3 classification പറഞ്ഞു. Resident but ordinarily resident, resident but not ordinarily resident, non-resident. ഈ 3 ക്ലാസിഫിക്കേഷനും വരുന്നത് ഇൻഡിവിജ്വലിനും HUF-നും മാത്രമാണ്. Please note the point. So resident, ordinarily resident, non-resident, not ordinary resident. ഈ 3 classification is applicable only to individual and HUF. In a firm, AOP or BOI or every other person, company, ഇത്രയും categories of SSCക്ക് 2 residential type of residential status മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ, resident, non-resident. So next, let us look into the residential status of firm, AOP or BOI, every other person except കമ്പനി. കമ്പനിയിൽ നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത നെക്സ്റ്റ് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്ന കമ്പനിയാണ്. ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് റെസിഡൻഷ്യൽ സ്റ്റാറ്റസ് ഓഫ് ഫേം, AOP or BOI or every other person. So when the control and management of the affairs of these person, firm, AOP or BOI or every other person is situated wholly or partly in India, he is said to be resident. അപ്പോൾ ഈ പറയുന്ന പേഴ്സൺസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അസസിയുടെ കൺട്രോളും മാനേജ്മെന്റും ഇന്ത്യക്കകത്താണ്, ഹോളി ഓർ പാർട്ട്ലി എങ്കിലും ഇന്ത്യക്കകത്താണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ they are said to be resident. So non-resident, when an firm or AOP or BOI is said to be non-resident, when the control and management of these firms, firm, AOP or BOI or every other person is situated wholly outside in India, they are said to be non-resident. So this is the residential status of firm, AOP or BOI or every other person. Next one is the residential status of a company. When a company is said to be resident, first point is if it is an Indian company, an Indian company aanu Indian, or when the control and management of the affairs of company is situated wholly or partly in India. ഈ രണ്ട് കണ്ടീഷൻ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒന്നെങ്കിലും സാറ്റിസ്ഫൈ ചെയ്താൽ company is said to be resident, whether it is an Indian company or the control and management of the affairs of company is situated wholly or partly in India. Then when a company is said to be non-resident, whether it is not an Indian company or when the control and management of the affairs of the company is situated wholly outside India, it is said to be a non-resident. So this is the residential status of a company, or this is how the residential status of a company is determined. Okay, അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തത് residential status of HEF, firm, AOP or BOI, every other person and company. Okay, അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും മനസ്സിലായെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. സോ നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ്സിൽ കാണാം. So this is Asha SP signing off. Thank you all viewers.